What's up, NFL fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and don't forget to check out and purchase your copy of our latest football game plan book, Stiff Arming Football Myths. We have these available in both PDF and paperback form.
For the Jaguars in this ball game, first and foremost, Blake Bortles, the rookie quarterback, has to protect the football. The Jaguars can win ball games if they don't turn the football over, and it starts with the guy that handles the football each and every play. And I would say the special teams coverage units have to bring their A game this week versus Cincinnati. They're facing a guy in Adam Jones that's one of the more dynamic kickoff and punt returners in the league, and points add up. What I mean by that is don't think you have to match touchdown for touchdown with Cincinnati. I believe the Jaguars defense can play solid enough to steal possessions away, so whether or not you're getting field goals or touchdowns, just put points on the board, and at the end of the day, you'll be satisfied with the results. And for the Bengals in this ball game, you want to keep your foot on the gas defensively. You want to force Blake Bortles into quick and bad decisions. He's a rookie quarterback. He has problems with protecting the football. Stay aggressive against that Jaguars offense, and that way you can have some success. And you want to spread out that Jaguars depleted secondary. They're thin right now on the back end. Guys are injured, and they're going to have to be stretched to the limit to try to cover this passing game of Cincinnati. And you have to generate pass rush if you're struggling to get there with your base personnel. Right now, the Bengals are not generating enough pressure up front with their front four, so you may have to send extra in order to get Blake Bortles on the ground and frustrate not only the passing game, but also clog up those running lanes to slow down their ground attack.
This week versus the Cincinnati Bengals, if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars inside the red zone, you want to get a little bit creative and try to get some big plays with your running game and utilize your athletic quarterback as well as the personnel that you have in the backfield. I'm going to show you how they can do so out the diamond formation. The reason why I love this formation, it forces the defense to cover it a certain way. By expanding the receivers out, you essentially take the safeties out of the play, making it an in-the-box type of situation. And what you're going to do up front is simple. It's all base blocking. Tackle is going to get straight up to the second level on the backer. Center's here. Center is going to go up on the backer. Guard is going to block the tackles. Tackle's going to go back up and get the backer. So you have three offensive linemen already at the second level, and what you're doing to hold these defensive ends at bay, you're actually going to read off of this defensive end. Outside receivers are going to go up and try to get those safeties blocked because they're more aggressive versus the run as opposed to corners. And what you're doing with Blake Bortles and company, you're going to fake the zone, read over this way, this handoff here, along with the back going this way. And those two guys going across the formation is going to hold the backside defensive end at bay, so he's a non-factor in the play. Now, what you're doing coming off of this play action fake, Bortles is going to belly out. Other running back in the backfield is coming across the formation as if he's blocking the defensive end. If the defensive end crashes hard on Bortles, so shovel pass to the back, he should be able to walk into the end zone. If he wants to be a hero and take out that blocker here, then Bortles just goes around the outside. He's athletic enough to make one guy miss or run him over. So you see where you give a quarterback two options, a shovel pass or a quarterback keep. And if you want to get even more creative, you can still run, you can hand the ball off here and then have him coming this way, and he reads the defensive end and he pitches it to the back. So you can have two of the same plays going to each side depending on how you want to play it. This could be Denard Robinson because he's used to handling the football as a quarterback, reading the defensive end, pitching to the tailback, or you could shovel pass here to the fullback coming across the formation. Two plays in one, both of which I believe could have success versus Cincinnati because they're aggressive front seven, and that's one way Jacksonville can have success in the red zone. One of the main things the Bengals will have to do this week versus Jacksonville is stop the run. I'm going to show you how they can go to an Eagle G front defense to get it done. Show what we have drawn up here. It's your Eagle front defense, a G look. And what we're doing, the reason why I like this defense, number one, it gives you 7 guys in the box, so to speak, to stop a run. It also allows for even 4 to 7 guys coming on a pressure, so you can get 4 guys getting pressure or even 7 getting pressure, so you have that flexibility as well. It's going to be tough for the center to block a very quick penetrating one technique, which is right here. And it's a very good defense because you can still run all your coverages. You're 3 deep, you're 4 deep, you're 2 deep with 5 under. However you want to get creative, you still are in great position to do so. But the only weaknesses I would see versus this defense would probably be the weak side trap or what have you. You can easily trap weak side if you want to, but what I do like about the running game weak side is that the weak side backer is covered up. He should be able to make a lot of plays, but again, it's about alignment. It's very tough when you have two guys essentially squeezed in a little bit over the center. He's going to have to make a choice. You still find in your coverage responsibilities, you can get pressure, you can stop the run, all of which I believe can help put the Jacksonville Jaguars in second and long, third and long situations, which easily helps out the Bengals get even more aggressive on third down. So if I'm Cincinnati, I will look more to an Eagle G front like this to help put themselves in better position to knock off Jacksonville.
I like what the Jaguars are doing up front defensively, and this week versus Cincinnati, it's imperative that they make the Bengals one-dimensional. That starts with taking away the running game, and as you can see here, they're tilting their nose tackle, and what that does is allow him to read the movement of the far guard, the opposite guard. Remember, wherever the guards go or whatever they do, they'll lead you to the play. And it'll also force a double team because you're attacking the outside shoulder of the center, and in the process, you'll free up one-on-one opportunities for the other defensive linemen in the passing game. So as you see right there, great job beating the one-on-one block for the sack, and also occupying two blockers allow those linebackers behind the defensive line to make plays at or behind the line of scrimmage in a running game. As I mentioned earlier, the Jags secondary is beat up right now, and it would be beneficial for the Bengals to spread out this secondary with personnel and formation. You see they put the tight end in the backfield, and 9 times out of 10, based on film study, you know he's more inclined to go out in a route, which allows you to get 4 guys in a route, expanding that defense. And what you see defensively is the pre-snap cover 2 look, but they'll rotate down to cover 3, and Dalton finds the optimal matchup on the near side of the field for a big gain. And the Jaguars would love to play cover 2 to protect themselves defensively because of the lack of depth, but they are a cover 1, a cover 3 team mostly, and personnel spacing along with formation will force them out of that cover 2 and into a situation that favors the Bengals, and they'll be able to take full advantage of it. The biggest X factor in this game for Jacksonville will be their secondary. Again, they're beat up back there at corner, at safety. Those guys have to really hold their own because Cincinnati will try to spread this defense out and attack vertically. So that secondary has to bring their A game versus Cincinnati. And the biggest X factor for Cincinnati will be their ability to get pressure on the quarterback. If they can't get pressure with their front 4, or even if they try to blitz and they can't get there, Blake Bortles has time back there to find those excellent targets out there on the flanks with Allen Robinson and the rookie Marquise Lee. If they can't get pressure, it's going to be a long day for this Bengals defense. I like Cincinnati in this ball game. I believe the Bengals will come out and take care of business in every facet of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. And I think the running game will be the biggest reason why they come away victoriously for these guys, Gio Bernard and Jeremy Hill, to set up great opportunities off a play action pass for Andy Dalton. So I see the Bengals knocking off Jacksonville at home.
What's up, fantasy football fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. For all of your starts, sits, fantasy football notes, news, and tidbits, tune into our podcast, Football Game Plan Starting Lineup, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on our Football Game Plan Radio Network, which is located at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.
And I also want to give a huge shout out to Bengal fan forums and Jaguar fan forums for always showing Football Game Plan support.